Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. Your exams are just around the corner, I know, but don't you worry. Today, we're going to tackle a super important chapter that you're definitely going to see on your paper, Federalism. And trust me, we're going to make it so simple, you'll remember it forever.
Okay, let's start with a really big question. I want you to just think about India for a moment. We have so many different languages, right? And the food, the festivals, my goodness, it's like 100 different countries all packed into one. So how does this amazing, diverse team stay united? How do we all play for Team India? Well, the answer, my butcho, is a single word: federalism.
Just look at this. On the left, you see the map of India from 1947, a mix of provinces and all those princely states. And on the right, that's the India we know today. So many changes. Boundaries have been redrawn, new states like Jharkhand and Telangana were born, and old names like Mysore became Karnataka. You know, how do we manage all this change so smoothly? It's all thanks to our special federal system.
Okay, Section 1, India's big joint family. Now, to understand this big idea, let's use a simple example that all of us know and love. Let's think of India as one big joint family.
So in this giant family, imagine the central government in Delhi is like a respected Dadaji, the head of the entire family. He looks after the whole house, right? He makes the big decisions and makes sure everyone is safe and happy. And the state governments, like Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they're like the different family members. Each one manages their own room, takes care of their own things, but they all live together under one single roof.
So, at its heart, federalism is really just the fancy textbook name for this family setup. It's a system where you have a national government for the whole country, that's our Dadaji, and then state governments for each part of the country. Those are the family members. And both of them have their own powers and responsibilities in their own areas. See? Simple, right?
All right, Section 2 is the official rulebook. Now, in any big family, you need some rules to avoid confusion and fights, don't you? You've got to know who is supposed to do what. Well, our country's family has a very important rulebook, and that's the Constitution of India. It clearly writes down everyone's duties.
Okay, everyone, attention. Put a big star next to this in your notebooks. This is a guaranteed 5-mark question, I'm telling you. How does our Constitution, our rulebook, divide the work between Dadaji, the center, and the other family members, the states? Let's take a look.
So, our rulebook has 3 main lists. It's very logical. First, you have the Union list. This has all the big stuff for the whole country, things only the center can handle. Like defending our borders, running the railways, and managing our money. That's all Dadaji's work. Second, there's the state list. This includes all the local things, like the police, farming, and hospitals, things that the state governments know best for their own people. And third, we have the concurrent list. Concurrent just means together, so this is for teamwork, subjects like education and forests, where both the center and the states can make laws.
But what about subjects that didn't even exist when the Constitution was written? Stuff like the internet and cyber laws. Well, these are called residuary powers, basically leftover powers. And our Constitution is very clear. Anything new that comes up automatically becomes the responsibility of, you guessed it, the center.
Now, moving on to Section 3. Who is the big boss? So it all sounds like a very nice equal partnership, but there's a little twist in our Indian family story. While everyone has their own role, our Constitution made one person just a little bit more powerful than the others.
And this is a really key feature of Indian federalism. You see, our Constitution makers, they saw the tragedy of partition, and they wanted to make sure that India would always stay united. They believed that to solve huge problems like poverty and to hold our vast country together, we needed a strong central government, a strong Dadaji, to guide everyone.
So how exactly is the center more powerful? Well, for one, the parliament in Delhi can actually change a state's boundaries or even its name. The center also controls most of the big money-making powers, so states often need to ask for funds. In a big crisis, the center can declare an emergency, and poof, all the power goes to it. Plus, the governor in each state is actually appointed by the center. And, officers in the All India services, like IAS and IPS, they are recruited and controlled by the center, even when they're working in a state.
Okay, let's look at Section 4, the power tug-of-war. Now, naturally, when one person has a bit more power, there can be some disagreements. In any big family, there are going to be some squabbles, right? It's exactly the same in our federal system.
These conflicts are mainly of 2 types.
First, you have fights between the center and the states. The states often complain and demand more power or autonomy. They argue for more money and sometimes disagree with what the governor is doing. Then the second type is conflicts between the states themselves. For example, there's a long-running border dispute between Maharashtra and Karnataka. And of course, the very serious arguments over sharing river water, like the Kaveri dispute between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka.
Now, here comes another very, very important topic, which is often a huge point of conflict. I want you to remember this number, bachon, Article 356.
So, what is this Article 356? Well, it's a very special, very strong power given to the center. If the central government feels that a state government isn't working according to the Constitution, it can dismiss that government and impose something called President's Rule. This means the center takes direct control. Now, while it's meant for real emergencies, it has sometimes been used for political reasons, and that creates a lot of tension.
So let's get to our final section, number 5, unity, not uniformity. We have a strong center, we have states, we have some conflicts, but despite all this, our family stays together. Why? Because the goal of our federalism is not to make everyone the same. The goal is unity, not uniformity.
Your textbook has this beautiful quote, and it just captures the spirit of India perfectly. Each of our states is like a different color of the rainbow. Each one is unique, beautiful, and distinct, but together, they form one harmonious and spectacular pattern. That is our India. And our federal system, it's designed to celebrate this amazing diversity. That's exactly why, when people in certain regions felt their unique culture needed special recognition, our country adapted. We created new states like Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, and most recently, Telangana. This flexibility doesn't weaken India. No, it makes our unity even stronger because it shows we respect our diversity. So there you have it. That's federalism for you. It's our country's special system to keep this big, beautiful, diverse family together. Now, as you revise, here's a little thought I want to leave you with. What do you think is the biggest challenge our federal system is going to face in the next 10 years? Think about it. Keep studying hard, my dear students. You are all going to do wonderfully. All the very best.